With a summit altitude of 2,001 meters above sea level, the Jantjieshoek Pass is only one of 19 in South Africa with a summit height above 2,000 meters. The road approximates the direction of the Neck Pass except slightly further north. It connects Wakkerstroom with the farming areas west of Jantjieshoek. Think carefully before driving this pass, especially if poor weather is threatening and you're not in a four-wheel drive vehicle. For those wanting to drive this pass from west to east, drive eastwards out of Wakkerstroom on the Piet Retief Road, which is the R543, and turn left onto a gravel road after 6 kilometers. After a further 500 meters, the road crosses the Wakkerstroom stream, and within another 400 meters the western start of the pass is reached opposite the farm Mooiplaas. For motorists wishing to drive this road in the direction we filmed it, start from the tiny village of Dirkiesdorp and head west out of the village on a gravel road for 23 kilometers to arrive at the eastern starting point of the pass. The pass is quite long at 8,12 kilometers, which is well above the national average. The road starts ascending from an altitude of 1,805 meters, fairly gently at first, at a gradient of 1 in 30 for the first kilometer, as it bends persistently to the right until the heading is straight into the west. The next 700 meters has the steepest gradients and the sharpest corners, and these gradients are on average 1 in 6, and if it's snowing or raining heavily, non-four-wheel drive vehicles will definitely have traction issues on this section. There are also 7 sharp corners on this steep section where the insides of the bends are quite badly corrugated from washaways. Speed should always be adapted to weather conditions. At the 1,7 kilometer point, the gradient eases off to almost zero, but this lasts for only 400 meters before the road starts climbing again, but at an easier gradient of 1 in 14. At the 2,9 kilometer mark, there's an S-bend which maintains the gradient throughout and exits with the heading into the southwest. The road climbs relentlessly with ever-expanding views to the left and right, and the summit is reached at the 3,7 kilometer mark at an altitude of 2,001 meters above sea level. There are several hidden farm access roads from this point, and motorists should be aware of slow-moving farm vehicles arriving from some of these side roads. Next follows a short plateau area where the gradients are very easy as the road climbs again quite gently to reach the second or false summit of 1,994 meters. From this point the road swings sharply to the left, which is into the south, and begins descending more steeply. The scenery is gorgeous, and this is a good spot to take a breather and take in the huge views and enjoy the fresh alpine-like air and appreciate being on one of South Africa's highest passes. You can enjoy vast views in every direction, and it's particularly impressive in late summer when the whole region is cloaked in a blanket of lush greenery. At the 4,8 kilometer point, the road curves back into the southwest, and 200 meters further, the more serious part of the descent begins, where the gradient gets as steep as 1 in 11. From the 5th to the 6th kilometer, you'll experience the steepest gradients of the western descent, which go as steep as 1 in 7. Take it slowly along here, especially if the roads are wet. Be aware of washaways on the sharper corners, which are often the initiators of rollovers as they cause a loss of traction. At the 5,3 kilometer mark, there's another change of direction, this time directly into the west, and for the next 2,3 kilometers, the road descends at gradients between 1 in 14 and 1 in 20 and maintains a steady heading with hardly any curves or corners. Like all high-altitude passes, we issue a snow cautionary, where this pass should not be attempted unless in a four-wheel drive vehicle, and even then, conditions should be carefully assessed. With some gradients measuring at 1 in 5, this pass will be hugely problematic in wet or snow conditions. At the 7,5 kilometer point, the road sweeps through an easy left-hand bend into the southwest and terminates at the 8,1 kilometer point at the crossing of a small stream at an altitude of 1,771 meters above sea level.